Kia ora! Hi, I'm Emily. And I'm Lila. And today we'll be showing you a bit of what Tui did for orienteering. We hope you enjoy it. Lila, and today I'll be interviewing Connor and Dan about orienteering. What's the hardest bit about orienteering?
The hardest bit about orienteering is probably running around on like a massive course, because you know how the orienteering courses can go up to like 50 can go up to 50 stamper things. That could be really hard because you can tire yourself out really fast.
Yeah. How do you feel about completing like 3 courses already?
Well, that's 2 courses already, but I feel very proud of myself. But we were the first let out, but I still feel quite proud.
Same. And do you think it's a good thing?
Yeah, it's a great thing. I mean, if you get lost and you have a map, that means you can actually use your map, and you can even have games with your family if you want, by buying these things and clip sheets and just having some fun.
Thank you. Hello, I'm Emily and I'm here to interview Kate about orienteering. First question, how did you get into orienteering?
Well, it was a surprise to me because I wasn't very interested in sport, and I was already a mother with a little girl, and my husband was really keen on sport, and so I thought we would try orienteering. And I really loved it right from about the second time I went out and started to understand what it was about. And I got really hooked on it, and it changed my life.
Second question. Why do you think it's a good idea to teach children at primary school about orienteering?
I think it's an ideal sport for children to learn because there's a good feeling of achievement. There are things that you're looking for on the course. You're not just racing against the clock, and you've got to use your brain, which is really, really a good thing, a good habit to get into. And so it's fun. And it's also, you're learning about where the sun is and which way is north, and useful things that if ever you were unlucky enough to get lost in the bush, you probably wouldn't panic. You'd think, I can do this, I can find my way if I'm just cool-headed and use my brain and think about it. When you're out orienteering in the bush, sometimes you've got to really think, well, if I find a stream, I could follow that down to where I get to the path, and really helpful things about surviving. So it's a good sport to teach children.
Thank you, Kate, for letting me interview you. I'm Lila and I'm going to be interviewing Ruby and Olivia today about orienteering. So, Ruby, what's the hardest part about orienteering?
Probably map reading, and yeah.
Thank you. And Olivia, how do you feel about already completing 2 courses?
I'm pretty happy because once I did orienteering at Hawke's Bay, I could only do 1 each time, even though it was through a forest and it was all cold. But I'm pretty happy that I can do it here in the sun.
Cool. Thank you.
And I'm going to be interviewing people about
Orienteering, like the other people already have. About orienteering?
Well, it's just that it's a good exercise and it's just really fun to play.
Wow, you get lots of exercise by doing it and it's really fun. How hard is it to find the controls?
Not quite hard, but when they're done all around the school, it's quite hard to find all the sneaky ones.
Yeah, I agree. Thanks, that's all the questions we have.
We hope you enjoyed our movie as much as we enjoyed making it. Ka kite ano!